to Jonathan Taylor. Huge hole. He's at the 30. He's going to go. 10, 5, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor made a man miss the line of scrimmage and then runs it into Prater. A one-handed INT. Are you kidding me? Kenny Moore.
What a play by Nyheim Hines.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. You know, I haven't really done one of these in a while. You know, we really haven't done many chill streams over the last few weeks. You know, we've been really just kind of doing a lot more of the content related things, and you know, it's just been a kind of a slow ride right now. And you know, I didn't really have much else going on tonight, so I'm like, why not just chill with you guys? So again, I greatly appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate everybody joining into the stream. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Let's see if there's anybody else in the chat right now. Get Granson more involved this Sunday. Yeah, Ken, I agree. Let's go Colts. Brian, what's up, man? Look at that. I beat my boyfriend to his own stream. Congrats, babe. Congrats. But, yeah, so I'm going to have Matt joining me here very shortly. Shouldn't be much longer for him. Why is it? Yeah, there we go. Why is it saying? Okay, that's fine. Wondering why it's having an issue with the Twitter links. It's kind of weird. Most of the time it's usually the Twitter links are showing up and there's usually a few people that are watching, but not right now, so it's kind of weird. But what's up, Indiana Sports Talk? What's up, man? How you doing? So yeah, basically what we're just going to do here today, guys, we're just going to be doing a basic live stream. It's just going to be, you know, you guys, we could talk about anything Colts related that you guys want, or we can discuss anything NFL-wise that you guys want to. I'm going to wait to play a specific video once he gets in here, so we'll see how it goes. Matthew saying my Friday could have been better. Had to take my car in while it got fixed. It just sucks having to get repairs. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. That's always rough to have to deal with that. I know how that is when it comes to getting repairs and such. Why is it? I'm wondering if this is even live. I'm just now getting the notification on it. Did it really take that long to get to? Did it really take that long to get to YouTube? That's weird. Why did it? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm seeing a few more people coming in. That's odd. Wonder why it took so long to go live. Huh. Very strange. Hopefully we get some more people start coming in here, but Sarah Small became a YouTube member, just got to pass the juice. Thank you, Sarah, for the membership. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Juju, what's your opinion on Kerry playing safety? I don't mind it, honestly. I think that it could be one of those situations, but from what it sounds like they're still going to play him at outside corner. That's what it's sounding like. Why is my internet acting like this? I feel like I'm having internet issues. I got to check something. I got to make sure that my already having issues this evening, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's on the stream's playing on Twitter. It's really odd. I don't know why it's taking so long, but Steelers are about to be number 1 after Sunday. Yeah, you wish, babe. You wish. I have the same shirt you're wearing. Go Colts. Yes, it's live. All right, cool. That's just weird. I just thought I would have saw more people in here, and I guess just not many people are watching it on Twitter right now. And I feel like my internet's kind of bad right now. So let me know if the connection gets bad. Let me know. Colts loyalist. What's up, Colts Nation? What's up, man? How you doing? Do you get as nervous as I do when Carson does a shovel pass? Well, he's only done 2 of them this year, really. So, and the one time he threw the interception because of Aaron Donald, and the other time he gets a touchdown. So I'm not too worried about it. With so many AFC teams winning over the last 2 weeks, does this make the Colts' journey to the playoffs even that much more difficult? Certainly would say it doesn't make it any easier. I'm going to fix up my green screen here a little bit. Need just a little less. There we go. Hopefully that makes it look a little better. I know my couch looks a little weird, but yeah, I don't think it really makes it that much more difficult. Honestly, for the front runners, that actually makes it even easier for the Colts because a lot of teams that were ahead of them this last week pretty much lost. So, you know, it gives the Colts a different chance. No shave November. No, I'm just growing it out. I'm just growing it out. I like it. I think it looks good. I think I like having this facial hair. My girl likes it. I know that. And a couple people at work say it looks good on me. So I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it. Is it a good deal for OBJ going with the Rams? It's well, obviously it's good on the Rams end of side of things. I mean, that's another great wide receiver that you can add to that list of guys that are already there. It makes it even more difficult for teams to game plan around it. So of course it is. Coming in good on this end. Okay. All right. Good. Just making sure. Donald Shelton, go Colts. Random question. What's better, a Big Mac or a quarter pounder? Oh. I'll say this. Consistency-wise, I would say quarter pounder for me. But I'll say this also. A Big Mac, never go wrong with a good Big Mac, bro. I mean, the Big Macs for me, they're just really good when they're made right. I mean, seriously, I'll go for that anytime. I'm stuck on the side of the highway. 18-wheeler broke down. I want to go home. Hey, I'm sorry, Kava. I'm sorry, man. I hope you're doing okay though. Just better be safe than sorry, right? Don't want you to be getting hurt. Just, take your time, man. Don't get into a wreck. Is Carson playing this week? Yes, he is. Emily said, so am I, but Derek's my boyfriend, so here I am. Hey, I appreciate you, Em. I appreciate you. My girl always in here supporting me, I have to get a Colts wool cap for the Buffalo game. Right now, expected to be about 46 at game time. Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be cold in Buffalo, I would imagine. So, I would assume so. Both are great. Neither is better. I mean, I'm not going to disagree on both of them being great. I would say that. Remainder of the schedule, what's your win-loss record predictions? I feel we can beat the Bucs and Cardinals and Bills, but I'm worried about the Pats game for some odd reason. Oh, I mean, I think we can beat any of these teams. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Bills just lost to the Jags. Tampa Bay's not indestructible. We've seen them struggle a few times this year. I mean, you can see the Colts winning some of these games. They just need to play the right way. That's pretty much it. So, make sure that's good. If anyone has Twitter, make sure you guys check the the Twitter, check the Twitters and everything. Make sure that they're good because it says they're live, but for some reason we're just not getting anyone. Ed, hey Derek, good to see you. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate it. What's your opinion on Cam now back with the Panthers? I think it's awesome. I'm glad. I'm happy for Cam. Glad that he gets to go back with his old team. Maybe a couple different circumstances now, but I mean, I like the fact that Cam's back in Carolina. It's where he should be. 2 Big Macs are better than 1. That's true. That's true. Remember these names for April. Kyler Gordon and Martin Emerson. One of these will be a Colt after the draft. All right, well, now you have me interested. Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon, a defensive back. 6 foot, 200 pounds. And then we got Martin Emerson. Let me take a look. Also a defensive back, 6 foot 2, 200 pounds. Yeah, both those guys are pretty long and athletic, so that's the kind of thing Ballard looks for. Yeah, same here, Cabo, to be honest. I'm going to the game, so really hoping they kill him. Molly Cox is so underrated. Yeah, totally. I mean, the way it's criminal how much they still underuse him. I mean, Molly Cox should be utilized every time you go into the red zone. Every time. Because Molly Cox is that kind of guy. Do you think the Colts D can play any better, especially the secondary, to get them to the playoffs? Feel the offense is rolling now, but can this D get them to the playoffs? I mean, the crazy thing is that this defense has been good at stretches during this year. I mean, they have been relatively decent for a while. It's just the fact that, you know, they haven't really let me fix something here real quick, guys. Yeah, I mean, this defense for the Colts has had good stretches of football that they played. Even with the secondary the way it is, I mean, they have been doing well at times. So, you know, it's not that this defense can't play. It's just the fact that they are just inconsistent at times. And if they can fix that up, I mean, this defense can be good. How much does TY have left in the tank? It's a good question, man. I mean, you know, it goes to show you that TY this year, in the times that he has played, has been productive. So he just needs to stay healthy. C-Dog, you're going to the game too? Awesome, man. Awesome. Quinn, glad to see another stream. Thank you, Quinn, for being here. Why do they call buildings building when they're already built? Asking the right questions here. Asking the right questions here. Do you think Jordan Wilkins will get any snaps against the Colts this Sunday? Have no idea, honestly. Just tried Twitter on BTJ, just gave other platforms. Yeah, I wonder why it's being like that, because it's hold on a second. I wanted to see. It's just odd because it's saying that it It's saying it's live, but at the same time, I'm not seeing any viewers on it. It's just weird, I guess. Whatever. Bell from Purdue or Olave. Oh, man. I mean, I would love to have either one of them, but, I mean, the Colts don't need receivers right now. They need corners. I mean, the corner thing is the most important part of this team right now. That's what they need. Yeah, my brother just texted me like, "Oh, are we playing in Jacksonville this week?" Because he was gonna be like, "Oh man, chalk that up as a loss." It's just how it is when it comes to that. Just traded Mahomes and Barkley for Jonathan Taylor, Metcalf, and Jacobs, going all in with the Colts. Scott Wilson to cover losing Mahomes too. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That works. That's a great trade. You got Jonathan Taylor putting up at least 16 points every single week at this point in time. I mean, that's a great trade, honestly. How different are the last few years if Josh McDaniels never backs out? Oh, man. That's rough to say, man. I don't think we would be as good. Honestly, I don't think we would have – I don't think he would have gotten extended. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he would have. So, I mean, that tells you anything about Coach Reich and what he's been able to do with this team, then I would tell you that. Come on, Matt. It's been 15 minutes, bro. I haven't heard anything about the left tackle we bought for $10 million. I mean, well, first off, we didn't buy him. All right, let's kind of get that terminology out of there. But yeah, I mean, for Eric Fisher? I mean, Eric Fisher over the last few weeks has gotten much, much better. I mean, Eric Fisher's been doing really, really well. So, look, Matt's here saying I'm pulling in my driveway. Oh, okay. So he should be coming on any minute here, guys. So, again, keep asking me Colts questions, guys. We're just here to chill. We're here to talk about the Colts and anything and everything in between. So just keep asking. Yeah, they need cornerbacks more than anything. Any chance of a watch-along live stream for Hard Knocks? Oh, man. That would be dope, but I think I'd probably get copyrighted doing that. I think I'd probably get copyrighted. I don't think I want to do that. Last thing I want to do is have my stream get copyrighted and then make it to where I can't do anything. I would... You know, I don't – I mean, we've already had issues with copyright when it comes to other things, and YouTube's very stingy about that stuff, so I don't really want to push my luck. Call me crazy, but I think we have a great chance to make the Super Bowl next year if we get cornerbacks and safeties. I think it truly just all depends on the edge rush. I think that's really what matters here. If you got some decent corners in the draft, if you got one good corner in this draft, then you're right. I mean, this team could legitimately have a decent shot as long as the edge rush takes that leap forward. You know, we need that edge rush to get better. It needs to be. And our safeties are fine. I mean, ultimately, it's just corners. You know, I mean, our safeties are just hurt right now. Who wins our O-line versus our D-line? Oh, it's totally our offensive line, 100%. Really all you got to worry about is Buckner, and then you can worry about the rest pretty easily. What happened to Buckner? I heard his back locked up on him during practice. Yes, that was the true statement. He ended up having a back spasm of some kind. They're pretty optimistic that he's going to play. But, yeah, it definitely messed with him a little bit the other day. Sorry, y'all. Just texting my girl and Matt, trying to organize some stuff. Let's see here. Is there going to be a play-by-play for the game? Yeah, there should be. There should be one. I think Cody's going to do it. Oh, I'm going to text Lawrence and see if he wants to get in here. I know he's streaming right now, but I want to see if he will do it with me. I actually want to check that, see if he actually is streaming or not. Doesn't look like he's streaming right now. Let's see here. What would you put up our offensive numbers against the Jags? I mean, it'd be criminal if Jonathan Taylor does not have at least 100 scrimmage yards in this game. I mean, our offense is going to score, I think, 30 points on this team, I think. Greatest pro wrestling faction of all time. Not a pro wrestler guy, I mean, to be honest with you. Do you think we need to fire Eberflus at the end of the season? That seems to be why the defense and the Colts are struggling. I'll be honest with you guys. I know emotion kind of tells you a lot of times that we should fire Eberflus. But right now, I don't think that Eberflus is mainly the problem here. I think it has more to do with the fact that we don't have an edge rush and we don't have a lot of our secondary guys. And I think that's what's struggling right now. Let's see. I hope Lawrence will join me. Kind of been wanting to have him on for a long time and haven't had a chance to. Y'all just go spam his Twitter DMs and tell him to join me. Tell us about yourself. Did you play high school or college ball? I definitely played high school ball. I played ball for many, many years. I played ever since I really could play. I could have went to play college ball at a D3 school or something, but just felt like, doing more education-wise instead of investing time into that. Even though, here I am now. But I loved playing football, man. Lawrence is sick. Yeah. I forgot about that. Forgot he's dealing with that. Yikes. I gotta message him again and say I forgot. I've just been unable to get this man on my on a stream or on a video for a long time. Gosh. So what are some of y'all doing? I'm kind of just doing this, and I'm watching the UC game. My brother goes to UC, and obviously UC is ranked number 5 right now, so it'll be interesting. What you think of Granson? I like Granson. I think he's going to be a good tight end one day. I just think the Colts really don't want to get him involved too early. I think he still is learning some things. If you only had one shot for the end zone, would you rather have Pittman or Big Mo? Oh, I'm taking Big Mo. I mean, no offense to Michael Pittman. I mean, I think you can't go wrong with either one, but all right, I'm bringing this guy in. Look at this.
Hi.
Matt, sorry I am late. Hold on. Yeah, sorry
Look,
I am late.
Here's the thing.
What's up, my guy?
So I didn't expect to be back like 4 hours after picking up a camper. My dad wanted a camper because it was free. So
Yeah.
I got asked, hey, you want to go pick this up? Because, doesn't really have any plates on it. Said, sure, I'll follow. Me, mother went, and they got the wrong hitch to get the camper on. So it took like 2 hours to get that thing figured out because they had to drive an hour back to where they bought the initial hitch so they could return that and get the camper. Then he got into town. That was like 30 minutes from where I live, like at 6:30. And then we just got back. Dogs made messes. It's just fun.
Sounds like a great problem to have, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, hold on. Let me see. Where did that thing go? Oh, here it is. The question I was just getting asked. If you only have one shot for the end zone, would you rather it be Pittman or Big Mo?
That's tough. Because Pittman's better when it comes to catching the ball, but Mo is just so big.
Yeah,
I know. Throw it up there.
And, in the red zone, too, I mean, both of those guys have shown last year and this year that they've become premium targets for the Colts in the red zone.
Yeah.
Like, who do you pick?
Yeah, it's tough. I probably go Big Mo just with size.
Yeah,
but
if
it's
I
like
had
really
to have
close.
the one-on-one shot, I'll take the 6'6", 270-pound tight end that has a 10-foot 5-inch vertical.
Yeah,
I'll take him. But
I'll take the NBA power forward.
Yes, exactly. Think the Colts will draft a corner for their first draft pick next year? I think you have to.
I would love them to, but how many is going to be available that are even worth going after? And by the time we get to the second round too, that's why I'm like, do we go there, or maybe do we find, I don't know, maybe another defensive lineman that maybe will help get pressure? That would maybe be better. But
yeah,
I guess it would depend who's available in free agency too, because I would think they would have to spend money at this point.
They'd have to. I mean, and for the situation they're about to be in with Big Q and everything else, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they make that money work.
True. So plus we'll have the 32nd pick in the second round anyway, so it's gonna be tough.
True. You doing a jersey giveaway soon? Yeah, Cody just gave away one today.
Oh, hey.
We'll probably have another. We're probably going to do one practically every week from this point on. We think that that's a good way to get some of you guys involved in the channel, and I think it brings a lot of people in. So, I hope we can do more of those.
Definitely.
Don't forget about the second round pass rusher from the draft. The human hurricane has only played 2 games. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. That's the problem with the defense is just the fact that there's so much inexperience on this defensive line right now, especially the guys that you say are going to be your future. Well, I mean, it's great. You got your guys for the future. You don't have anyone that can help you right now. And that's the problem is that's why this defense struggles, because these defensive ends don't do anything to help you in terms of, the production as of this moment in time. So I think that's honestly one of the reasons why, we want to just try to go in that direction. But ultimately, again, that's why Eberflus is having so much problems with all this stuff is because you're having issues getting any kind of consistent pass rush.
Definitely. Plus depth isn't the best too. So
being young in the back end is why we're struggling. Yeah, that's another reason. Tell us other stuff about you. Well, you guys got to ask me. I don't My girl's definitely trying to get me to say some stuff,
Right.
and I don't know what it is. She says, I want a jersey. Well, I'll get you one for Christmas, all right?
Hey,
I'll get you one. Only problem is she ain't going to want a Colts jersey. She's going to want a Steelers jersey.
You can be a Colts fan and Steelers fan. That's how my dad was.
I could probably – no, I have a friend who gets like jerseys that are stitched half and half. Maybe I could do one of those. I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. See if I can do that.
That'd be fun.
Let's see. Losing Houston and Autry hurt in the short term, but they will help us in the long term. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the 2 picks that you got, I mean, it's great you can use those towards, the future ones, but yeah, I mean, again, for the short term, they just don't help right now. And you kind of have to put that into perspective. A lot of people just aren't thinking of that. When we talk about this defense struggling right now, Matt, I mean, Buckner's getting double teamed every single time, right? I mean, he's taken out of the picture at this point. And the fact that you still can't get a consistent pass rush from some of these other guys when they're facing single guys every time that they're going into pass coverage.
Yeah.
That's telling right there.
Definitely. I mean, at least Stallworth looked good.
Yeah, exactly. Stallworth was the defensive MVP of that game, man.
Definitely.
I mean, that was insane. Taylor Stallworth, man.
Yeah.
And it makes it even better because I got him on the podcast in the offseason. So, yeah. Do you think it's possible to try to change our defensive scheme to a smash mouth defense because our zone coverage not working at all? I just don't anticipate Matt Eberflus changing the scheme like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to either. I think it would be a smart idea to do that. It would be best, but I don't see that happening at all.
I mean, what could you potentially do that just because it's not going to work right now with the players that you have? Sure. But I just don't think that'll happen, though.
True.
Yeah,
True.
DJ Abcool with the $2 super chat. Can subscribers join in? Love to talk football. We will get a subscriber live stream next week for you guys. I promise. I just kind of wanted to wait a few more weeks to get that in. But DJ, yeah, make sure to check in on the stream next week. We'll have one of those. I kind of wanted this to just be more of a chill stream rather than anything else.
Right.
You're already getting me a Colts blanket. Yeah, she just likes to take all my stuff, man. She already took a couple of my hoodies. She's gonna take one of my Colts blankets. It's what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
I got a couple of them laying around here somewhere. I just don't know where they are. I haven't pulled them out. I think I put them in a tub in here somewhere, but they're around. Muhammad is hitting his stride on pay are pretty good. Your thoughts? Muhammad hitting his stride. She corrected me. I only have one hoodie.
Yeah.
Yes, but you said you're taking my BG one because it's orange and that's your favorite color. So you said at some point you're taking that. So I consider that to be 2. But but either way, yeah, Muhammad hitting his stride. I don't know if I can really say that. I mean, he's done some good things this year, but what's hitting your stride though? I think of that as getting a sack every other game at least, but that's not what Muhammad's doing right now.
Yeah, like I mean, I like him. I think he's doing all right. He's not like bad by any means, but I don't think he's hitting his stride quite yet. And in Pay, I think Pay needs to be, I don't know, he needs to stay healthy because he's been missing some time too. So eventually he's going to get
pressures. And he's been getting pressures. He's just not been translating into sacks.
Right. And that's going to come eventually. It's
going to come eventually. I mean, it's just, again, it's good to see him consistently getting more pressures now, which is good. He's starting to catch a little bit more of the feel of the game. It's still just not quite there yet, though. So, it's just, he's got more time. Nice beard. Hey, thanks, Zach. I appreciate it, man. I've been telling
I thought he was talking about my beard.
no,
And
he's
it's
talking
not-
about mine.
I mean, it's so like like it. I mean, to be honest, my beard is not good. It's just all over the place. But I was thinking he was maybe talking about my like little, I don't know, little patch, thing that's turning into like a garden. It's pretty nice. I just can't grow hair in certain spots, and I don't know why. Like right here, I can't do that. So it's like it's almost like it's like
There's a little
two
spot right here that it won't grow, and,
Yeah, it
and
won't grow.
I hate it. But I mean, I know my girl likes my beard. I kind of like it now, and
Yeah. It's a good beard. No, I
Hey,
have like under the chin right there.
This is
won't
probably
grow.
the most I've ever let it grow out, and it looks really freaking good, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna look at some of the comments as well while you're doing your thing. There's a comment here. I'm actually quite curious if
I think I see the one that you're
statement.
talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
I recall you saying you could beat Darius Leonard in an MMA match with no restrictions. Do you still stand by that statement? First off, I don't know where you got that from. If you want to pull that one up, you are more than welcome to remind me of where I said that. But I have never once said that I could beat Darius Leonard in an MMA match. Never once did I say that. I don't believe that at all. Don't believe that at all. I may outweigh the dude by about 35 pounds, but that doesn't mean jack shit.
He's gonna pop up in the comments, be like, "Hey, did somebody say MMA match?"
Ain't no way I'm destroying that man. That man is destroying me.
Yeah, I would be used as the weapon. If like me and you went out there to do an MMA match with Darius Leonard, he would just grab me immediately and I would be used as the weapon on you. Like he would just swing me around like a baseball bat. Like I could do nothing.
Right.
But let's see.
Oh, hold on a second. We got something here. Fuzzy Whistler with the $10 super chat. Does Leonard have more takeaways or does JT have more 50-yard rushes going forward this season? Thanks, fellas. Go Horse. Oh, man. That's a good question there. But first off, Fuzzy Whistler, thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Greatly appreciated. Oh, man. 50-yard rushes or takeaways. I'm going to go JT with more 50-yard rushes. I'm honestly going to say that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with JT as well. With more 50-yard rushes.
I like what Darius Leonard's been doing, but I think he's going to kind of cool down a little bit at some point.
Definitely. I don't know. I think it will last for a while.
Let's see. Darren saying, I love you guys. Keep up the good work, Colts Nation. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Who is your team MVP for midway point? In my opinion, Wentz. I think it has to be. I mean, is there anyone else that's not? I mean, seriously, how can you not say it's Wentz?
Yeah, it's got to be Wentz. I mean,
I know there's been a couple other guys on the team that have done a lot, but I mean, without Wentz, this team probably ain't winning more than 2 games so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, it may be less than that. It could be 1, is what I would guess. But no, I mean, he is absolutely the MVP. I think Taylor's getting closer to being the team MVP, but for right now, it's definitely Wentz for sure, especially in the early part of the season where like nobody was doing anything except for Wentz. It's like I got to go with Wentz for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see.
Heard Darius is picking out a venue for the match with Darius.
It's at Madison Square Garden.
Look, man, listen. If I had to wrestle Darius Leonard for a charity, I'm doing that 100%.
Right.
I would do that 100%. I'd do it for his foundation. I'd do it. I would do that 100% if that would do something else. But the problem is we wouldn't be able to do it until the off season. Because could you imagine if somehow he hurt himself doing that? Oh my God, that would be so bad.
You would basically be like that Cubs fan from 2009 or whatever that reached over to grab baseball.
I'd have to get escorted out of Indy.
That would be you. No, I would only fight Darius Leonard if I got like $2 million. And the reason why I'm saying $2 million is because that would cover pretty much all of the medical bills I would need, because that alone would be like $1.8 million to cover all that with all the damage that I'll have. So,
now somebody's trying to get me into trouble. Oh, man. Y'all trying to get me in trouble right now, aren't you? Who's the most / least afraid of facing in the MMA?
Most is difficult. Least is easy, and I'll explain why. I am least afraid of Rodrigo Blankenship, and not because I think I could beat him up. Rather, we would get in the ring, and I would bring up the Lego fascination that he has, and then we would build Legos, because we wouldn't fight. We would just build Legos. As far as like most afraid, probably DeForest Buckner.
Yeah.
He's super nice.
Either him or Quentin Nelson.
Yeah.
Quentin Nelson's pretty agile for a guy his size.
Yeah. Say one of those two, I probably would lean DeForest Buckner, although everybody on that team would absolutely destroy me. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
like, I wouldn't want to fight any of them.
I'm big, but I'm a decent sized guy, but I can't compete with those guys. No way.
I can't.
Question for Derek: do you think our defense can try a Tampa cover zone, or would it be risky? I mean, we kind of already run a lot of that cover zone that we already run. I mean, the great thing about a Tampa cover zone is it keeps everything in front of you. The only thing that sucks is that if you can't get to the quarterback, then it really just doesn't help much. So, it's kind of the same situation we would be in right now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I want us to play a little more aggressive than we have, but I don't know how well that would go with our defense.
Let's see. The one dude I would be least afraid to take in an MMA match would probably be Rodrigo Blankenship.
Yeah. And look, I think he could beat me up easily. It's just I wouldn't fight him. I would just, I don't know. We'll build Legos. Millennium Falcon. It'll take a while. We'll build it.
Yo, does Carson have a food truck downtown? I'm from Indy, just asking for myself. Yeah, I mean, didn't his food truck went out, what was it, Wednesday?
I think so.
When they were giving out meals, I think.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. If I had to guess. Thy Kingdom Crumb, I believe, is what he's called it.
Yeah, something
which is
like
a
that.
Brilliant name.
How many interceptions is Carson throwing, and could it be a league low? I mean, he's already one of the lowest. He's only got 3 interceptions. I think that might be top 5.
I think
amongst
so.
Active QBs so far. So
I thought I saw when I was doing a video on him, he was tied 5th this year.
Right.
Tied 3rd for least amount of interceptions. I don't know who's first, though.
Derek, why don't you comment on my videos? Sorry, man. Sorry. We going defensive round first. I would imagine so, but
yeah,
just depends, man. You know how Ballard is. Ballard a lot of times ain't going with the need. You go with the best player. At least that's with him.
Right. Like, honestly, I could see if there's like a corner that he's not too high on that's available, and then let's say David Bell, for whatever reason, falls to the second round. I don't think that's going to happen. But if he fell to the second round, if he was available and there was like a corner that was fine, but not really anything that's going to improve our defense a lot, I think he would go receiver. And I mean, I think he'd go Bell or, I don't know, maybe an offensive lineman falls, like a left tackle. And you get somebody in there for when Eric Fisher's done.
Does yesterday's Ravens loss make you even more mad about our collapse, or is that just me? Oh, it totally does.
Yeah.
You know, like, how does the Dolphins do that to the Ravens? And we couldn't do that. You know, like,
I don't know.
I
I don't know. How did Jacoby Brissett, for part of the game, you know, lead Miami to at least, you know, a 6-3 lead?
Right.
And he wasn't great yesterday, but there was that drive, I think, to end the first half. That was pretty good.
Yeah, right.
But
Just wasn't making a lot of mistakes.
True. So he never really made mistakes. He just never took chances. That was his problem. But
Still mad at Touré's offsides in the Buffalo game. Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I feel him too.
I agree with that, because that probably would have lined us up with Baltimore in the second round, and I wanted Baltimore again because I thought we should have beat them the first time last year.
Yeah.
But we just didn't show up in the second half.
Yeah, totally.
So I wanted them again.
And we were a different football team than what we were when we played them the first time.
True.
Everyone's saying David Bell, David Bell, David Bell. I would love David Bell, but that's not happening, guys.
Yeah. He might – if he continues to do what he's doing right now, he might be a top 10 pick. Like, he's playing just insane. But, yeah, I would be shocked if he was available past, like,
when I worked for
15.
UPS, I delivered to Buckner's house once. Dude's front door is like 10 feet tall. No way I'm fighting that dude. Gave him his iPhone, though.
Hey. It's pretty cool. You should have been like, okay, you need to sign for this phone. Okay, you also need to sign this, address it to blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, thank you. And then there you go.
Darius Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I've been saying, and I'm so mad that they don't even have his name recognized as one of the potential candidates for that.
The guy only has like more interceptions than half of the NFL teams in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know why he isn't even like, second, or at least in that, discussion, even as like option number 5. Oh, hi, Kat. Kat just ran in here.
So I want to share this video. You might have seen it already. I'm going to find it.
Okay.
So a specific Colts player got hit with a fine from last Thursday's game. And I'm sure you probably have seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show everyone else just in case they don't know.
It's really, really terrible. Like, I couldn't believe he did that to that player.
1 second.
Like, it's so just distasteful by EJ Speed. And you guys will see it in the video. Like, I've never seen anything as disgusting and as terrible as that just taunting thing. Like, how could EJ Speed do that?
Yeah, I know. It's such a taunting on so many levels.
Yeah, it's terrible. I've see, here it is. Look,
okay, look,
see
y'all.
how bad that is.
So this man got called for taunting and got fined for that. For that.
Yeah, it's
what are we doing in the NFL nowadays where players are getting fined for that?
Yeah, I saw that on there. I had to quote tweet it, and I was like, hey, this is why people call the NFL the no fun league.
Exactly.
It's like, because you're going to get fined for little things like that.
Yeah, and Darius Leonard called it out too. I mean, everybody's calling this out because this is total BS. Where's my tweet? Where's my tweet that I had? Let me.
It's a nice drink.
Yeah, it was. It's not mine though.
Oh.
Yeah, I said this.
Yeah. It's true.
It's truth, man. Like how?
It's confusing. It's like, what can you do? Like, and I saw Kenny Moore, I think, put out a tweet. It's like, hey, can somebody give us a list of what's taunting?
Right.
Or somebody did.
Yeah. Can you give us a list of what needs to be done so we don't get fined like this? And especially for a guy like EJ Speed, who's not making big money, right?
Yeah.
Anytime he gets fined, I don't care how much it is, that's money out of that dude's pocket. You're not getting paid a lot. So why you got to pick on a guy like that is just ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. And then there was I'm blanking on his name, but the running back we had that went in there had a big run in the preseason. He carried like 10 guys on him or whatever. Really nice run. And then he does a little something and they find him for taunting. But it's like, that guy was on the practice squad, or if, he wasn't on a practice squad at that time, but if he ended up making the practice squad, that's like half his check for I think the entire year. Like, it's insane. They need to have something, maybe do a big meeting with all the coaches or, GMs and say, hey, here is what we, it's Benny. Yeah, Benny was the guy's name. Lemieux or whatever. But, they need to get all the GMs or coaches and say, hey, this is taunting. This will get the taunting flag. Let your players know. And then, maybe we can avoid that. But I don't know. It's dumb. It's like the stupid targeting penalty in college. It's like you don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what it is, but I think the ultimate issue that everybody has with the targeting rule, and for the most part, there's most of the targetings I agree with.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with it is the fact that they eject kids from the game for that. 90%, 99% of the time, that stuff's not done with malintent, but yet they eject them anyway. I get making an example of it, but just give them the 15-yard penalty and then let it be done and over with. And especially if you get hit with that stuff in the second half of games, then you just end up getting kicked out of the game for the next half of the first game of the next one. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, it's like there's some where I totally understand where clearly they're going for the helmet and they're clearly targeting them. But there's some where you could tell they're not doing it purposely. They're just it's just part of the tackle. The receiver maybe goes down a little bit too low and it's like, oh, it's too late. We're going to collide. It's like they need to, hopefully, once college football's done this year, they can sit down, discuss what's going on, and hopefully they can get that fixed.
Yeah, totally. What are your thoughts on Gruden suing the NFL? Did you see that?
I did. I don't think it's going anywhere, if I'm going to be
honest.
I
don't think it's going to go anywhere either, but I'm kind of happy he is, to be honest with you, because, I mean, he makes a good point. How is it amongst the 600,000 emails that was pulled up by the Washington football team, did they all of a sudden get a hold of a Gruden email and ruin his reputation? Right? Only him out of 600,000 emails. And again, say what you want about whether it was inappropriate or not. I'm not making that argument here. I'm just saying that he brings up a good point. And then on top of it, them being the ones that released it to these big publishers. Yeah. I mean, they did that on purpose. I fully believe that.
I agree. I don't I don't think the emails were good. It wasn't, some of the things he was saying it wasn't great. Was those emails probably from a time where a lot of coaches were talking like that? Yeah, for sure. I don't think he should have been fired for it at all. But yeah, I think we agree, not the best emails to send.
Well, they said that they were using that as a way to get him to resign early, because they said that they were using it as leverage against him, that they were going to release it to him if he didn't resign right away instead of waiting till the end of the year to let him finish it out. So
yeah, I think what Derek Carr said when he was being asked by the media about John Gruden when all that was going down, I think what he said is true. I think they should just let all the emails from, I'd say from, I guess, the time where Gruden sent that email up till now, show them to the public. You know, why not? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of, emails where it's like, yeah, they're being cool, but I guarantee you there's some other coaches in the NFL or maybe some GMs or owners that probably were like that, with John Gruden. So, yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere,
I doubt it.
If he wants to sue, let him sue.
I hope he gets something out of it, though, because I don't.
Right.
I mean, because those emails should have never been leaked.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
Definitely.
Like that should have been held in house until the investigation was done. Yeah. And you're telling me out of all those emails that you came back to a coach that's not even part of the team, that was never part of the team that you were initially investigating? That's BS, man.
I want to see Snyder's emails. I want to see the owner's emails.
Yeah, I want to see all those emails. I want to see all of them. I really do.
I want to see it all.
I think there was a lot going on there, and I think the NFL is trying to hide, to be honest. I think they do.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. There's been so many issues with the Washington football team over the last 2 seasons in regards to, accusations of sexual misconduct and other legal actions that were really, really bad. And yet you're telling me that you found nothing at all. Like, come on, man. True. I just don't believe that for a second.
And I should clarify. I think he should have been punished. When I say he shouldn't be fired, I'm not saying that he should get away scot-free. I think he absolutely should be punished. Totally. I don't want people to think that I think it's okay, because it's not okay. But, like, he should be punished for it. I don't know if losing because he clearly wasn't fired. Point is, he should be held accountable. Whether that's one way or another, should be held accountable. Let's move on. How about them Colts?
Yeah, for real. I saw this one. If T.Y. Hilton gets injured after this game, should retire after the season. Yeah, I think, honestly, T.Y. probably should. If he's getting injured so often, I think that he should probably do what's best for his body and just not do that anymore. I think he is so much difficulty staying on the field this year. I mean, it's been rough.
Right. Like, I think he's gonna retire once the year's over. I think with him even thinking about it, I think it's happening. If he doesn't retire, I would be more than happy to bring him back for, a contract that would, be good for us financially speaking. But yeah, I would love to have him back. It's just, I think he's going to retire.
Any more questions, guys? Colts related. I kind of mentioned already the video. I kind of wanted to bring that up. I wanted to wait till you were in there. Oh yeah, we want to talk about Hunt's imaginary touchdown yesterday in the game. I mean, was that not the greatest big man play that we've ever seen?
It was awesome. Loved it.
I mean, that should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Look, if Mike White can get his jersey in the Hall of Fame, let's put that in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Let's see, I'm gonna scroll up. But yeah, Sunday's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally, man. You gotta come see me, man. I need to see you. I need to.
Definitely. Hey, say I'm gonna be there an hour beforehand. Probably get some food, and then
Derek, you're very optimistic Colts can run the damn ball against the Bucs D line. I don't know if we can. I'll be honest with you.
That's gonna be tough. I think Taylor's still gonna do his thing. But I think how we win that game is going to depend how we do against their secondary. Because, they've had games where they've given up a good amount of yards through the air. So, I mean, as long as other receivers that aren't named Michael Pittman can get in there and step up, I think we can win that game for sure.
Yeah, totally.
And it's Robert Mathis Day too. You got to win.
And not to mention, again, I mean, for Tampa, their secondary is kind of weak. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I mean, they've been getting better, but their secondary is not great. I mean, you can take advantage of those guys.
Definitely.
I mean, you just gotta be smart.
True. I mean, we've been able to score 30 points a game over the last few weeks, so we should be able to throw the ball around.
2 a.m., but got to tune in to bring the juice stream before I go to sleep. Hey, Anton,
Nice.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I'm honestly happy the Raiders are falling off a cliff. Never liked them, and these events with Gruden, Riggs, and that guy with the gun, they just didn't feel right from the start. I mean,
that was fun.
Obviously the Gruden situation we've kind of already discussed. Henry Ruggs, as far as I'm concerned, can, go rot in jail for a long, long time. Because, I know a lot of players and a lot of people have been saying, we shouldn't judge him.
Toonie.
Go get over yourselves. But anyway, that whole situation with Ruggs, and you saw what happened with Arnett, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see what all he said. But that's kind of weird. I wouldn't anticipate that from someone like him. So I'm just confused.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
True. But it just, I don't know. Look, I'm happy that the Raiders are falling off a cliff for playoff concerns.
Yeah.
Not happy that they're dealing with some of the things, because you never want to see a team have things like that happen, where all these crazy things with players and coaches happen that end up, getting them off the team. You don't want to see people do things like that. It sucks that, they had some bad apples. But yeah, like purposely, I mean, I like Derek Carr. I like him a lot. I've always liked him. It's nice to see that he's had a good year, but yeah, I want them to lose every game so we can jump ahead of them in the playoff race.
Yeah, absolutely. If we can't win that game for Robert Mathis, end this dead season. Hey, I mean, you got to get one for Robert Mathis, man.
Look, I always said I think we're going to win one of those big games, and I thought Tampa was the one to do it. It just all adds up.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean, that would be a very significant win for the Colts. I mean, that's one of those that they would need to try to sneak away with.
Look, Trevor Siemian was able to take down the Bucs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the Saints were able to freaking do it. The Colts can do it too.
Yeah. So I mean,
and the Saints did it with freaking Trevor Siemian.
Yeah. So I think we can win that game. It's gonna be tough, especially with our secondary, but I think we can win.
Hey, Miles Bryan, what's up, dude? How you doing? Do you believe JT breaks 110 rushing yards against the Jags? In my opinion, it's going to be tough, but he should have a good game in the pass game. Okay. Yeah, I think he'll do well, honestly.
Yeah. I think right now Jacksonville's ranked 18th in run defense. So I think we'll be able to run the ball well with JT. I think he can maybe have more. I think he could potentially get around 150. Not saying he will get 150, but I think around that area. And I think Hines is probably going to have another big game if we run with him. That's how I see it.
As y'all can tell, I'm very sleepy.
Yeah, no, I have to go to work in like 2 hours. So
yeah, I gotta go to work in like 9 hours too. So I feel it.
Oh yeah.
I got a long day ahead of me.
Yeah, let's say I gotta go to work, go home, go to bed, and then hopefully be up for college football.
Right.
I want to see the Purdue Ohio State game. want to see if they can do anything.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know if I can even watch that game. To be honest, I'm probably not gonna watch it tomorrow.
Oh, I'll probably tune in.
I'm just gonna probably not watch it tomorrow. I might just not even watch it at all.
I mean, like I obviously don't watch a whole lot of Ohio State. I kind of check in the scores and everything like that. Hi, Kat. Is the secondary good by chance, or do you think they're going to be able to, I guess, hold off Purdue's passing offense, or is that something you're worried about?
What's up?
Because I haven't watched a lot of Ohio State. Is the secondary something you're worried about for Purdue, or do you think they'll be okay?
I mean, I think if you're any secondary, you have to be careful with Purdue. I mean, what they've been able to do with David Bell, I mean, just what they've been able to do against some of the best teams in the country. I mean, really, it goes to show you just what this team can really do. I think this Colts defense can make some, or not Colts defense.
Yeah, I'll say.
I think when it comes to Ohio State, their corners are young, but they're definitely talented. I think scheming is just going to be a lot of what the issue is.
Yeah,
I really think that's what it is.
True.
I'm still at work. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my girl's still working that 9 to 9:30.
Jeez,
See, rough for her. I'm telling you. I feel bad for her. I wish she didn't have to work those 12-hour shifts, but you got to do what you got to do.
So yeah, I'm pretty confident tomorrow for Notre Dame going up against Virginia. Virginia has a really good offense with Armstrong, but he is a little banged up, and Virginia's defense is terrible. And our run game is starting to pick up because our offensive line is finally playing well. So I'm very confident about that game. I'm excited. And I'm also confident Oklahoma's going to lose. I think they're going to lose to Baylor tomorrow. So
Derek, nice job losing that COVID weight. Hey, I mean, got to do what you got to do, man. I'm down to 250, and I got to lose another 30 more though.
There you go.
I got to lose 30, and then hashtag nurse life. Hey, can we get a hashtag nurse life in the chat, everybody?
Yeah, let's do it.
Can we just do that? Can we just get the hashtag nurse life going in the chat?
I don't like that comment by Eric. I just want to say the recent comment he put in there. Not a fan of it.
What are you talking?
Comment talking to Alonzo, rooting against my Fighting Irish. Come on, I get it. We're definitely not liked as much, but it's fine. It's all good.
I'm gonna make sure to get the movement going because I gotta make sure
get that out there.
Yeah, we gotta
put that up too. I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, fill it all up, guys. Sorry saying thanks, guys. Hopefully that makes her smile, guys. She's had a long couple days. Let's give appreciation to all the healthcare workers out there, having to deal with all this stuff that's going on, and they got it tougher than what you and I got it, right, Matt?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh hey, I gained 2 subscribers.
Nice.
Shout out.
I've only gotten like 2 subscribers since this stream started.
There. Hey, 2 subscribers. That's something.
I mean, we're so close to 9,000 now. Only 180 away.
That's nuts. Didn't like you guys hit like 8,000 like a week ago or whatever, or it felt like a week ago. Whenever that Titans game was.
A little longer, but it says over the last like 28 days we've gotten like 750. So Jeez. The majority of our subscribers since 8,000 has been over the last month.
I think a lot of people liked my freak out, or not freak out because that's a bit over exaggerating it. Liked my reaction to the Titans game. Where I was not happy. It's like that because I was like at 480 when that happened, and then I put that video out and I had hit like 520. It was insane.
Where are you at now?
533.
533. Okay.
Oh.
Let's say, when did you hit 500? Wasn't that just like 2-3 weeks ago?
When JD, I think, actually told me that, oddly enough.
Good show, guys. And Emily.
Because I always tweet out when I hit.
She's texting me about it. She's happy about it, guys. Thank you for doing that. She's already saying she appreciates the talks there. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you putting that stuff in the chat for me.
Let's see. When did I do that? Because I was watching the Bulls game when it happened. And obviously wasn't too happy about the result of that
you
game.
Guys made my day. That's good, man. That's good. Mad love to the podcast from Oregon. Green for all. Oh, hey, what's up, Cristobal? Hey, that's cool, from freaking Oregon. That's crazy.
I'm just scrolling through the thing because I'm trying to find it. Just seeing my comments as the game against the Titans was going on, I was like, all right, Wentz, let's get this win. And then like a second later, it's like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah,
I hit it on November 1st. So, yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Week and a half, 2 weeks ago. But yeah.
And
subscribe to me in
my
the chat.
girl's not even just a nurse; she's a VA nurse. So,
oh wow,
if anyone else appreciates those kinds of nurses, be sure to put that in there. I mean, she has an even tougher job, man. Honestly, you have a more bigger responsibility, man, taking care of people who need it more.
Definitely. And then just be you. Why are you trolling me, man? Why are you trolling me about Notre Dame? Best player is Rudy. Come on. He's not. Like the disrespect to Joe Montana, man.
I love my veterans. Hey, can we get a hashtag veterans in the chat too?
Yeah,
can we just start that hashtag veterans? Let's do that too. I think we should do that too. That because even with it yesterday being Veterans Day, didn't really get much of a chance to do anything. But make sure y'all do a hashtag veterans in the chat. Did you see the what was it? Yeah, the Thursday night football game. Did you watch the beginning of that? Did you hear the national anthem?
Yes. That was
that
nuts.
National anthem. That dude made that sound so easy, but it seemed like he didn't even try. Like he made that sound so good.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
It was. I mean, he did. I mean, that veteran dude, he was into it, but yet he just made it seem like he was barely moving his lips.
Right.
It was actually very impressive, I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I think people were posting it on social media too. My dad and I were also saying it. We're like, that might have been one of the best national anthems I've heard in a long time. I mean, that was really freaking good.
Yeah. Hi, Cat.
Gotta love it.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
One water down, another one to go.
I
needed some water to keep me awake for all this.
Right. He blends into the dark.
Oh, I see. It's like you got a panther behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, he runs around down here. I wanted to name him like Defo, but nobody wanted to name him Defo. They didn't like it.
I was hanging at my friend's house the other day, and he has a cat named Magnolia. And I was sleeping on his couch, and his cat it's just scared the absolute crap out of me when at 2 a.m. in the morning I'm sleeping and that cat jumps on me on the couch and I freaked out.
Oh, that happens a lot to me with this cat. He just gets in my room, and then
Is Matt about to die?
probably with my just beverage choices, with the whole Coke and the cat constantly just creeping up behind me. That's probably gonna happen.
Good to see love for veterans in the country from the NFL.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but I felt like just like this year, I just felt like there was a lot more done for Veterans Day this year. I felt like I just felt like there was a lot more people talking about it this year. I don't know why. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it is. I just recognized it a little more this year. Maybe it's just due to the fact that my girl deals with veterans every day. So maybe that kind of just has me understanding the importance of it a lot more.
Say that could be the case for sure. But yeah, say it's nice because it, like you said, it doesn't happen very often,
Yeah, totally.
They might do like a little thing at the beginning of a game and then they'll just move on, but it feels like they're doing more.
Yeah, we do. We all know we need to do more for our veterans. We need to do more. It's one of the few things I actually agreed with Bernie Sanders on when he was on Twitter the other day. I think he was saying, talking about what veterans should get and everything, and is saying like no veteran should ever be homeless, should ever have to worry about Medicare, should worry about where their food's coming from. I totally agree. I totally agree. I think that if any veteran that's willing to support our country and do all the things that they do for us, I feel it's completely necessary that we make sure that every single one of them is taken care of. Every single one.
Yeah, I agree with that 1,000%.
I'd be willing to throw hundreds of millions of dollars into programs to make sure that happens to everyone.
I mean, we get taxed with a lot of things. Just, I don't know.
If we're going to get taxed, we're going to get taxed for that stuff.
Yeah, might as well add that, take like a couple percentage of your check or whatever, kind of like they do with any other tax, and just throw it in. Might as well. Let's see.
Says they're working on more veterans housing here. The VA hospital and medical care needs to be improved for the veterans. Yeah, yes, totally agree.
Definitely.
What's your opinion on Wentz possibly missing the birth of his baby?
Legend.
I have no right to say anything about any of that. I mean, if his wife said it's cool, then it's cool. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I as far as I know, I don't have a child, so I can't comment on that and how the wife would respond. And I'm not married. I'm just saying, hypothetically, wife, how she would respond. Maybe we'll do the TY thing. Maybe he'll run it in and do kind of like a little celebration like TY did back however many years ago.
Yeah, right. I mean, his baby was born that freaking morning, wasn't she?
I think so. I know it was that day. So it was either morning or maybe right around kickoff or whatever. But probably morning, if I had to guess.
Hold on a second. Yes, and we appreciate everything you do, babe. You do a great job for them. Actually, Colts loyalists just sent me a video. Okay. Since we're sticking to the veterans thing right now, I know Veterans Day was yesterday, but let's just do it. He sent me a video. And then I'm gonna pull this up, and let me just play this real quick. Might as well. It's just a couple of minutes. Why not?
Yeah.
It's 2.5 minutes. I don't even care if this stream gets doxxed from it. It shouldn't because it's the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire normally doesn't copyright anything of mine, so I shouldn't have to worry. Let me see here. Let me share this screen real quick. There we go.
We celebrate Veterans Day on the anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I. The armistice that began on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The timing of this holiday is quite deliberate in terms of historical fact. But somehow it always seems quite fitting to me that this day comes deep in autumn, when the colors are muted and the days seem to invite contemplation. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise, but most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. And all we can do is remember. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. In memory of those who gave the last full measure of devotion, may our efforts to achieve lasting peace gain strength. Let us make a vow to our dead. Let us show them by our actions that we understand what they died for. Strengthened by their courage, heartened by their value, and born for their memory, let us continue to stand for the ideals for which they lived and died.
Only wish I could have played that yesterday. Would have been a whole heck of a lot better circumstances.
Yeah, true.
That was a good video, though. It was a good video.
Yeah, it's well done. I don't watch Daily Wire, but yeah. They do a good job, or they did a good job with that.
There we go. Now I can go back to my thing there. There we go. Talking about don't trade your best players for complimentary pieces.
Mm-hmm. But no, I saw, I think it was Ryan, he said, great players don't make everybody around them. Or says one great player cannot make everybody around them great. And Colts defense clearly not great. I would respond with Peyton Manning. I would respond with that because the year he went down, we went from being a really good team to being a 2-14 team. And honestly, if it wasn't for Dan Orlovsky, we probably would be like 1-15. So I defense, it's trickier to do that. Like, it's easier to make your team great as a great player, even if they're an average team, if you're a quarterback, but still, you don't trade Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard, like, he has almost half the turnovers that the Colts have gotten.
Yeah, he has doesn't he have 8 of the, or not, he actually now has 9. He has 9 of the 18 or 19 turnovers that we have.
Yeah, so it's like he gets a lot of the turnovers. It's just our secondary has a lot of injuries too. Like, we don't have Blackman for the year, and he's probably going to miss part of next year since he didn't.
We'll see how the recovery is on that.
True.
I would say he still probably has a chance to start the year, but I mean it'll be
Maybe
close.
But Willis, he's on the IR right now. which, I mean, he's not out for the year as far as I understand, but still, he's on the IR. Our corners have been getting hurt a lot. It's just, we're very thin in depth, it feels like, in secondary. So, and yeah, I know quarterback is different than linebacker. I'm just saying, you know, Darius Leonard is essentially the linebacker of the defense. Like, he's controlling the defense. The energy he has is going to represent the defense's energy. Like, you get rid of Darius Leonard, it's not just, you know, you're getting some solid pieces to add to your team. You're getting rid of a guy that elevates your defense higher than what it would be without him, like much higher. I mean, he's similar to DeForest Buckner. And, you know, we know how big of an impact he made to our defense last year and this year. So you get rid of Darius Leonard, like with DeForest Buckner, our defense is going to just fall apart. I don't care if you add a couple solid guys. Like, you know, if Darius Leonard wasn't playing that great this year, maybe, but also, even if we were going to trade him, I don't think a lot of people would go after him because of the money. Like, he's pretty expensive. So that's another reason too. I don't really see him being traded.
Right. Yeah, there's just no way.
Aaron, and no, I wanted to get into it a little bit. We're not trading him. We're not going to trade him.
Nah. The Colts would be dumb as hell to do that.
Yeah, there's a reason why we paid him the money.
The only thing on your defense that's keeping you relevant right now, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's a reason why we paid him the money we paid him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if this team defense was any better as a team right now, then they would be a whole heck of a lot better due to the fact that, you know, he forces turnovers. He does what he's supposed to do.
I got to see who's going to be available potentially for defense, for free agency. Let's look at corner. So I'm trying to see somebody that's younger. Kyle Fuller's going to be available, but he's had a down year. I would have said Joe Hayden, but he's in his 30s. I would rather.
Yeah, right. Why bring in another 30s guy?
Yeah. Patrick Pearson's also 30. Like, there's some solid pieces, so maybe if you want to bring in a couple of those guys on a 1-year deal, you know, just until you can get some younger guys. But you're somebody who can go in and contribute right away, then maybe. But yeah, they're going to have to go draft.
Do you believe that Wentz is the Colts franchise QB after how well he's played?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how could you not? How could you not, based off of what you've seen so far from Carson Wentz? Yeah. I know the national media has not been happy with him, but I don't understand why not. Considering the fact that Wentz's stats are just as good as, if not better, than Josh Allen. And what does everybody say about Josh Allen? Oh, top 3 quarterback in the league, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Wentz's stats are right there.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say right now Wentz is playing like a top 10 quarterback in this league right now.
Right.
I mean, honestly.
And I found it funny that Max Kellerman, who going into the year was saying how Carson Wentz was terrible, is actually not saying he's terrible anymore. He's actually giving him credit for being good. I was like, oh, what's going on, Max? You said he was awful, and it was a horrible decision for the Colts to go after him. Now you're saying, hey, you know, yeah, he had a bad game, but he's been good. But, yeah, like, honestly, if the offensive line was playing like it is right now at the start of the year, I would be shocked if we would be like 5-4. I think we would be like 6-3.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
we would have beat.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, some of the issues that we've had has been simply just because of the injuries on the offensive line. You know, how much time Wentz was having to run for his life, right? Like, think how much further ahead he'd be right now if it wasn't for the subpar offensive line play,
right?
And the subpar receiver play, and the running backs not getting involved. Really, you know,
I think we would have beat the Rams. Like, just how we played.
If Wentz was available for that last drive, I think it might have been. I'll be honest with you. I honestly think if Carson Wentz was available for that last drive, I think the Colts would have won. I honestly think the Colts would have won.
I agree.
I do. I truly believe that. Because the Colts offense had been getting almost anything they wanted all game in that game, and they just couldn't quite seal the deal.
Yeah, definitely. But no, I mean, yeah, Carson's absolutely the franchise guy. And like, I saw after the Titans game recently, a lot of people, and like the media was like, oh, Carson Wentz, he's not good. He's not right. I mean, Colin Cowherd's like, oh, the Colts organization, they're 50-50 on Carson Wentz. And it's like, what are you talking about? He had one bad game.
Well, it's hilarious because I don't think that's what they actually meant, but I think they did it for headline purposes.
Yeah.
I think what they actually meant was that they're 50-50 on whether or not they should sit him. I think that was the thing because believe me, I don't think there was a single person in that whole room. I don't think there was anyone in the Colts organization that looked at that game and said, oh my God, Carson Wentz is so trash. I mean, we made a terrible decision. No, that's not true in the slightest. There was nobody. And I guarantee you, whoever Cowherd talked to, guaranteed Ballard never once said, I regret making the move for Carson Wentz. I think it got taken out of context, and it was actually, should they play him due to the fact that their season might be over at this point?
Right. Which, I mean, I don't know. I've always been against sit Carson, even if our season wasn't going that great, because you got to see what he can do in a full year. So I've been against it. Yeah,
so he's right. Like, of course, the two picks were terrible. Of course they were.
Especially the second one.
But Matt Stafford just did the same damn thing. Yeah. A week ago. He blew the game. He was one of the main reasons why the Rams lost. Are we sitting here saying that Matt Stafford deserves to be criticized for how bad of a quarterback he is because he made 2 bad throws? No, we're not sitting here saying that. And that's 2 of the only bad plays Carson Wentz has made all year. I mean, what are we talking about here? Yeah. Like, what are we talking about?
Honestly, I think it's time to admit that the Titans secondary is probably good. Like, we all came in the year saying it was terrible. I think their secondary is not that bad. And, they've dealt with injuries too. I think we just got to
essentially throwing in the towel on it. I'll take this a step further. I don't think this means we're throwing the towel in on Wentz. I don't think that's what that means. What you mean by it is saying you're throwing in the towel on the season, on the team. And that in turn can do a lot more damage in the long run to your locker room than actually just playing through it.
Definitely.
Because, I mean, okay, so great. You lose your first-round draft pick. Okay, is that first-round draft pick going to make us immediately a contender? No, it's not. I don't care who you get. You're not getting anybody that's going to make you from a pretender to a contender just like that. You're not doing it. No. So, again, it's one of those things where it's you roll with the punches, you realize your mistakes, and you move on from them.
True. It's definitely true. But no, look, the offense is rolling. They're clicking. Carson's playing really good. It's because the offensive line is great. Defense needs work. And honestly, I think if you can add a corner and get lucky by adding a corner that's like kind of has a season like Julian Blackmon's first year, which is probably not going to happen. But if you got lucky to be in that situation, I think we could potentially contend. Obviously, there's other things you need to add. And honestly, with how our offense is playing, as long as we keep scoring, I think we can compete with anybody. I mean, look what we did against like the Rams and the Seahawks. Like, we didn't get beat by them by a lot. And our offense wasn't really there yet. Now our offense is, where we want it to be. I think we can compete with about anybody. And also TJ Carey coming back. I think that's going to be a big piece too. I think it's a lot bigger than what some are expecting.
They said that he's most likely going to play the outside corner spot.
Right. Which,
even though I think most Colts fans agree that he probably should be doing more safety work, but
Yeah.
that's apparently not what the Colts want to do with him. So
Yeah, I would line him up as safety for sure. I would throw in
would too.
Rodgers for now and have him play at a corner and start for Rhodes while he's out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think TJ Carey's gonna be big for the secondary though. I liked what I saw from him towards the end of the year. What is moving upstairs? It's like really loud. But yeah. Let's see. Let's look at some more comments. Trying to remember which ones you didn't bring up on the stream earlier. That's the thing.
kind of just letting the comments roll through at this point.
Right. Here's this one. You have Carson, Pittman, Taylor. That's a very good main. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you have a top 2 running back in the NFL, and he's not number 2. You have Michael Pittman, who's emerging as a top 10 receiver in the league. If he continues to do what he's doing right now, he could potentially be top 5 next year. And then Carson Wentz, he's only going to get better.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Wentz is just now hitting his stride. I mean, look at what he's doing right now.
Yeah. So you have a running back who you can argue is the best running back in the NFL. I know that's crazy to say, but you got to look at it. When you talk about stats, he's probably better than Derrick Henry, statistically speaking, because he has, I believe, just over 70 less carries than Derrick Henry, and it's like 117 yards away from passing him. If he ran as much as Derrick Henry, he would have a good amount of yards more than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is crazy.
Henry gets the yards that he gets because all the carries that he gets. And
true.
I mean, it's very true that, I don't think there's another running back in the league that can handle the workload that a Derrick Henry does get. That's a lot of freaking carries. I mean, and there's nobody that's 240 pounds and doing what he's doing. I mean, it's just not about to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I would put him as the better running back because of what he does with the offense. Like, he's literally the leader of that offense, but statistically he's number 2. I mean, if you're going to look at yards per carry and stuff like that, but yeah, like eventually he's going to, he's going to slow down. He's not going to do great.
And
then Jonathan Taylor
been ranking the running backs recently. Who's your top 3 running backs right now?
In no order, Taylor, Henry, and McCaffrey for sure. I think I'm
going to go Henry, Taylor, and Chubb.
Chubb's up there.
The only reason that I don't go McCaffrey, again, over the last 2 seasons, how many games has this guy been missing? I mean, and even with Chubb, who misses a few games here and there, Chubb amazes me because how many times this dude, how good this guy is that on minimal carries, he still is a top 4 rusher in the league every freaking year, despite the fact that he gets like 80 less touches than the next guy after him. It's insane the numbers that he puts up. I mean, his average is insane. I think last year he was averaging 6 yards a carry. I mean, that's insane for anyone. I mean, that's just insane. And that's the thing. That's why you go Henry number 1, because Henry, again, just the numbers he puts up, it's insane. Jonathan Taylor right now, he's reliable. You never have to worry about him missing games. And you see what he's able to do both in the receiving game and running the football if you give him enough time. And then Chubb, I mean, and Chubb, again, with minimal usage, that dude is just a train. I mean, he just does so many good things for the Browns, and I love what I see out of him. And, I wish that people would just start giving Jonathan Taylor a little more
Definitely.
respect.
Hey, look, PFF, they might actually rank Jonathan Taylor after this year number 15 instead of 16. Best running back in the entire NFL.
That's so trash.
Yeah. I saw that. I honestly thought either somebody hacked into their Twitter or they were just joking and they weren't actually being serious because you can't name, 16 running backs that are better than Jonathan Taylor. You can't name 5 that are better than him.
I can't name. I mean, seriously, I can't name 5. Do I know some others that might be as talented? Sure. But, who are the others? Christian McCaffrey? Well, again, he's been getting injured all the time.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley? Where he been at? Been getting hurt all the freaking time. And, Alvin Kamara. Sure, Alvin Kamara, but Alvin Kamara's still been getting hurt quite often. And even then, I don't think Alvin Kamara can run the football the way Jonathan Taylor does. No. Sure, he's definitely better in the receiving game. He's a lot more agile than Jonathan Taylor is. But, top speed and physicality, you take Jonathan Taylor every day of the week. So,
yeah.
Definitely. I can't really name a bunch more. I really can't. Jonathan Taylor, if he continues to put up the numbers that he's putting up and he stays available – that's the thing. That's the new trend for the running back era, right? It's about listening to the fact that you need to have a guy that's reliable and he's available. Definitely. You can't have a guy that's really freaking good, but only if he plays half the year. That just doesn't help you at all.
It's true. Definitely. But I don't know. I did forget. I will be honest. I forgot about Chubb. However, I would probably, for right now, it's still lean with McCaffrey as number 3, barely. But if McCaffrey is going to continue to get hurt, then that's going to change for sure. And Chubb will jump ahead of him. But, Taylor is definitely top 2, without a doubt.
Yeah, no question about it right now. When you look at it from all perspectives, Chubb, I get why a lot of people forget Chubb. A lot of times you lose him in the mix of everything. And it's weird, too, because, again, Chubb puts up numbers like not a lot of running backs do, but yet he just seems to be lost in the fire. Why does that remind you of, Darius Leonard a lot of times? Like what we're dealing with right now. The numbers speak for themselves, but yet, you just continue to lose track of him somehow.
Right. And I think a reason why I forgot about Chubb was because I just think the Browns are highly overrated. They finally got a win that I can be like, yeah, that was a good win. But, I wasn't really impressed by them prior to this past Sunday. But I kind of blame that on the fact that it was a weird week because Jacksonville beat Buffalo. So I got to see him do it again. But, yeah, no, Chubb is definitely a top 4. Kind of teetering into the top 3. But I don't know. I got to hop off in a little bit because I do have to get ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off here in 5 minutes anyway. We'll hop off in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Say 5 minutes works.
Yeah, we've been going for almost 2 hours now. I thought this was a good chill stream.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of fun.
Want to say again, I appreciate everybody who was putting the hashtags in the chat earlier. Greatly appreciate you guys for doing that. Really, I think it meant a lot more to my girl than you guys honestly think. She's been dealing with a lot of stuff over the last few days, with it being Veterans Day and all that stuff. So, it's one of those things. I'm glad that you guys helped out. I think that definitely made her night. So, greatly appreciate y'all doing that.
Oh, yeah.
What time did you say you're going to the game Sunday?
We should be there around noon.
Okay. Well, you want to try to be in there sooner than that, man. I got to be able to see you.
I know.
I won't be able to see you if you get too damn close to the. Where are you sitting at? If you don't want to dox yourself, I get it.
We are in. They're not like the greatest seats ever. I honestly, That's where my season tickets were. I sold a lot of them for the Bucks game to take my dad to. We're like 500 something
Okay.
around the corner, I think.
I'm in section 431. So.
Okay, so that's not too far from us.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too far away. You'll just have to come down a level. You'll have to come down to the 400 level, and then that way I can say hey to you. I need to get a picture with you. We obviously need to do that.
Yeah, we're in 522.
Nice.
So
you should be really close to my side.
Yeah.
Honestly. So yeah, just come down a level and come down to 400, and then you should see us.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be there around noon, I think, is when we're planning on heading down there, or when we're planning on being there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Totally, man. Totally. Hopefully you get to see the Colts actually win, man.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Last game I went to, they lost.
Which one was that?
It's the Miami Dolphins game.
Oh.
With Brian Hoyer starting at quarterback.
Dude, I was at that game too.
Yeah, I was so upset. We were sitting around the end zone too.
Pissed off, bro. I was
not happy because he had Pascal wide open. I still remember wide open right around where we're sitting, and Brian Hoyer's just looking everywhere else and tries to force it to Ebron. Who at that time couldn't catch anything.
Well, it was funny. You remember that was the whole thing with him, right? I mean, they said the week prior he went into Reich's office and demanded that he get more involved in the offense. Gets targeted 12 times, has 5 catches.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it was just wonderful. But hey, I look at it as in a way of we were able to get DeForest Buckner that game because of that game. So, small sacrifice.
Small sacrifice for a bigger ending.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this stream, guys. And we're going to let Matt off so that way he can get ready for his work day. And then I'm going to relax for a little bit before I end up falling asleep here in like a couple hours. I need to get some sleep because I'm going to need it. I'm going to have to be up at 4 a.m. anyways, but it's whatever. I'm going to enjoy after tomorrow's over. I finally get to see my girl after a while, and that'll be a nice time. But thank you guys again so much for tuning into the stream. Greatly appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts coming into this next game. Be sure to let us know anything else. Thank you all for Matt and myself. Thank you very much. And as always, go Colts.